This is the new axe. I'm going to put a new handle on it. Alright, this is the setup I've got right now. I've got the new axe. Got this nice, long, weird-ass handle on it. Don't know what kind of wood it is. I'm going to do a test with it with the angle grinder, with the 36 grit standing bevel. I got a soft touch wire wheel and 2 large batteries that I can run the angle grinder with. I got the charger, and I'm going to probably hook it up to my my little inverter. See it back there. So we'll see how this goes. I will do an update here in a minute. Sunlight is annoying. But okay, so that's what the axe head looks like now. Still got the same handle on it. I don't even know if I'm going to need to hit it with a palm sander. I might just be able to take and, brain smart Mickey, hit it with enamel spray paint, which I have some in my van or at the house. So yeah, it cleans up really good. I'm just going to have to cut the end off, put on the handle, and see how it all goes. So alright, that's it for this one. Yeah, it's just a little rusty. The biggest thing is the handle looks like crap. There's a little wedge down in the front, but I'll fix that. Doesn't really matter. Once I put the new handle on, this will be rather nice. Alright, here's the second side of that axe. This took me literally 5 minutes, and it's all nice and smooth now. Probably end up hitting it with some oil later, or I can just leave it the way it is and paint it. We'll see. Put an enamel on. And so that's the brushless wheel, and I'm using a cordless angle grinder, so you know it's pretty badass. Next step is going to be cut it off the handle, I guess. Yeah. Or, well, I guess I could just sharpen it now. I'll sharpen it now. I'll get the grinders out. Oh, excuse me. You can see from the shinier spots where I knocked down some of the dings. Made it look a little nicer. Just kind of took down the ridge that was there, the hammer blows that were there, smoothed out the front edge of the hatchet. It'll be an axe when I'm done, but you know. Then still got the beveling on the inside for splitting wood. Yeah, that's the big hammer knocks on this side. I'm going to flip it over, do the same thing to the other side. So for reference, it's this wheel attachment from Home Depot and Harbor Freight. This is a sander disc with 36 grit sandpaper on it. Works really good. You just got to use a really soft touch. Don't push too hard, or it'll eat into the metal or stop the grinder. That's one of the nice things about the cordless grinder. If you push too hard, it just stops working. Alright, next side of the thing, you can see how it's nice and dull here. I'm going to put a little edge on it. I don't have to knock down as much, but this back ridge, I'm going to take that off. Just clean it up. And then after that, it's going to be cut the handle. And I think I'll keep the handle. I might turn it into a cane. Some kind of, I don't know what it is, but it's old and it's been played with quite a bit. Works good as a staff, so I'll probably turn it into a wizard stick or a walking cane or something. You know, cut it off at the top of the head here, and then split it down the center, and then add a piece of wood to it, glue it, pin it, and then glue some more wood to that, and see how it all goes. So that'll probably end up being that Kasha and the Padauk that I have split, resplit, pinned in 3 directions, and then glued. So, alright. Alright, step I don't remember which. The handle is now off the axe. I'm gonna take a break, sit in the cool of the truck for a minute. It's hot and muggy out, so, but yeah, so I've gotten that far. Next step is to drill a hole through the center of the wood, cut the wood in a few places, and see if I can't get it out easily. Alright, we'll turn this sideways. Still on the same video, probably. I might put the gnome in on this action. So you can see where the edge of the axe came off here, the handle. It's got these nice little ridges in it. I'm going to make those a little more pronounced with sanding. Just basically put a palm sander on there, match it up to that, and then this face will get cut down some. I don't know what kind of wood they used. It was probably something they had around whatever farm it was on. You see the color there? Started out as that mottly brown. It's a yellowish kind of wood. I'm going to have to strip the whole thing down with the grinder. I could do that just out back right now. I'd have to throw a mask on. But there is, this is the handle. That's going to make a pretty good wizard staff or cane. It feels really nice in your hand, so someone spent some time working on it. You know, both sides of it are good and done. It's got a screw in the top, a wooden wedge. The edge is, you can kind of see, is mostly straight, which is pretty good for just freehanding it with an angle grinder. So that's it for now. My dirty ass knee pant. So it's got a screw in the top here. I'm going to try to pull that out. I'm going to drill it out with a 3/8 inch drill bit. Alright, we interrupt your regularly scheduled video for me to have a grumpy anthem moment. This is not the kind of screw you put into that. If anything, use a bolt, not a screw. This sucks. It's probably 30 years old, so it's been in there for a while. So fuck them. Alright, back to the thing. Alright, next thing about, we're going to take this screw and we're going to shoot into that thing there, and we're trying to get that block of wood out. I can't do this one-handed, so yeah, be back in a minute. Alright, next little snippet of the video. It went through all the way. So that's how that looks. That's the first hole. I did it over one of the holes in here so it won't damage anything. And yeah. Alright, got the hammerhead head out. It's cleaned out mostly. We'll see if it fits or not. So the next video in this installment, I'll probably edit all these into one great big long video. This is a die Dremel, come on, you piece of shit, stone. And I'm going to use the 5-volt on my cordless Dremel to key out, if I can reach this damn thing, the insides of here. So basically around the top rim and around the bottom rim, they're all going to be hollowed out so it gets a more firm seal. I've got another tool, if I can reach it here without dropping that on my foot, I'd lose a toe. This thingy here is going to go inside and knock out more of the rust so it gets a better grip. But first things first, I'm going to grind around that rim with the tool I have, and hopefully the other battery will be charged by now. I've got 3 batteries, 2 of them work in this one. One of them works in the, well, I've got 4 batteries. One of them works in the impact driver. Well, they all work in the impact driver. And then progressively, like this tool can only do 3 and above. The leaf blower does 3 and above. The angle grinder, which I put away, does about 5 amp only and above. Amp watt hours. So yeah, I'm going to throw the safety glasses on and Dremel out the thing. And then I'll probably be putting the handle on it. But yeah, here's another look at that new stick. I'm going to take it. It's got a bevel to the top here. You can kind of see it. I have more pronounced it. I'm going to cut it. I'll draw on it basically the design of the stick that I have up top. I'll slot it, drop it in, pin it from the side, pin it down through the top, and then that'll be a cane for somebody. I still haven't decided who's going to get it, but some old guy is going to get a badass cane. And considering it was an axe handle for who knows how long, they'd probably be able to beat someone to death with it. I might do some copper banding or something on it just for fun, but that's that for now. Alright, we got our genuine hickory handle. It says so on it. It's got the stuff wrapped to it. I had to buy the metal wedges separately. Actually, I'm going to set up the gimbal. Alright, now my ugly ass is on camera. So I've actually set up the gimbal now, so now I'm actually doing things. Is this thing actually recording? Yes, it is. Okay, so you can see I did a fair bit of work on that hatchet head. It's decently sharp. I should probably tape that off. If I drop this on my toe, I'm going to lose a foot. But it's been beveled out on the inside. I knocked most of the rust out. That's not too important. I can fix that later with oil. And, it's a little shinier, a little nicer. So I got this genuine hickory handle, like I was saying earlier. Pull all this off here. Had to buy the metal wedges separately. This is just a fitting, so it won't be too exact. I might trusty flip out knife. Okay, so it's got another wooden wedge attached to it with some tape. I'm gonna pull that off. I'll take off all the bowl and all that fun. Nice light little cut up the side. I'm pretty sure I've done several things wrong in this process. Someone someday will tell me about how wrong I was and why I shouldn't have done that. And I ruined it, but you know what? It looks better than the other axe heads that were at the antique store. It's in better shape, and I'm gonna have a walking stick by the end of this. So, yeah, thoughts and things. All right, so goddamn saran wrap off. All right, saran wrap is off. Go for the sticker next. This is gonna be like a long ass video. I might cut this into a couple of parts. Other sticker comes off. Use a beer for doing this, but I'm out and about. I can't be drinking beer at work. Well, I'm not actually working, you know, per se. But yeah, so that's a nice hickory handle and a little staple in it. I mean, that's perspective. That's bigger than my rib cage across. Slot the head on and see how well I did on my first try without actually modifying the handle at all. Fail to a high enough degree. I don't know. Pinch it together, see if it does anything better. Yeah. Maybe a large amount of nope. Maybe if I squeeze it together with a vise or something, it'll slip in there a little better. But for the most part, it's gonna have to be knocked down a little bit with the angle grinder around the outer edge here. So, all right, I've got it fully seated. You can kind of see the little bit of wood where it shaved off on both sides where I pressed it on. It's that far above. I'll probably trim that down a little, knock the wedge in, and then I got 2 more wedges to knock in. All right, next step in it, I pounded the first wedge in. That expanded out pretty good. And I drove it in there until the wedge cracked and started breaking apart. So that'll work for now. And then after that, I'm gonna cut some holes, slop in the next set of wedges, and then glue them in.